Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of WhimsyCraft. The last time I saw some of you was probably on the live stream where we were working on this path right here. And I think the last thing that we had done was this kind of area right here going off into that direction. But if I turn around, well, the path is done. I reworked everything around here and changed all the paths. Like, it's still got pretty much the same, like, where it was. I've went in and added all the details and all the walls to all the paths. So we've transformed it from 2013 to probably more like, I don't know, 2024. But that's okay because we have a lot to do. But before we start, I kind of just want to show you everything that I've done here. So I've done a lot of work, changing almost all the blocks over to the deep slate, and kind of a mixture of the deep slate and the cobbled deep slate, and then I've redone the path completely, changing all the blocks out really everywhere, and even did some down here. So this looks a lot better. It looks more like a nice path. But now that I've done all these paths and kind of finished everything up, what we need to do is start working on something else. Also, check this out. If you were here on the live stream, you'll notice this. This was from YMG. He set it up. It scared the mess out of me. Like, this thing, I was not paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, and I was coming through here, and I was kind of decorating and getting stuff, and he set that thing off, and absolutely scared the crap out of me. I wonder... Yeah, he got me with that one. Now, the work we need to do today up in the base is actually up here, because there is an area that we have not finished yet, and that's over here in our villager trading area. We've got like 90% of it done, but it just needs that little extra 10%. This being one of the areas right here. Now, I have collected some of the blocks that we're going to need right here, except for one, because, well, we've never actually made it in the entire time that we've been here. And guys, that's like over a year and a half, and the item actually is a enchanting table. I've never done an enchanting table because I went straight into my villager trading here. And well, we really never even needed one. But I don't think it's right to have a base without a enchanting table, so we're going to put one up there. We also have to finish a couple little details down here in these little bottom areas, like there. I'm thinking about storage for the shulker boxes for all the books. Also, do not like the way that I designed this originally. It's not bad, but it's not great. I'd like to get rid of this and just kind of make it one color maybe. Or something. I don't know. We're going to do something with that, and we're definitely going to change it. Now, one of the other little areas that we need to work on is down here. By the way, I love how I kind of designed this, where it looks kind of like a computer board. Like, this is a Minecraft computer board, circuit board, and I think it looks pretty cool. Now, this area here, we originally were planning on putting another big farm here, but we really didn't need it. But we do have a farm underneath here, and I kind of want to get a little bit better access to this. This is just where all of the melons and pumpkins come in, and then if I don't need them, I usually just turn them into bone meal. But these are here to supply my villagers, and I have not had a problem all season. As a matter of fact, I've also came in here and started looking at it, and it looks like a lot of my crops didn't even grow this year. That's a year and a half. That shows how much I spend on this side of it. Now, I spend a lot of time down here. And these two and these two do really well. As a matter of fact, I normally get backed up pretty quickly in here, and I'll come in here and I'll see them just kind of sitting in the water streams, and then I have to take care of them. So I want to do something with that back wall right there. And I kind of, when I stand here and look at it, I kind of want to put some kind of a pattern or design here. We're going to carry these walls right on to the other side there. I'm going to relocate this guy maybe down there also. That way him and the farm will be down there, and then it won't just be here in the way. And then, yeah, we're just going to kind of go from right here straight across. We're going to not do anything on that side or that side just because, well, we have a lot of projects to do. And I don't know if you guys know, but WhimsyCraft Season 1 is ending. It was announced on the Discord server, and it will be ending very soon. As a matter of fact, at the end of this month. And as much as I hate to see Whimsy leave for the Season 1, I love this base. Well, we've still got a lot to do, so it's not over yet. I also want to do the ceiling up there as well. So today, what we're going to kind of focus on is this area. Now, I honestly don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm actually working on 3 projects currently. I'm working here on WhimsyCraft Season 1. I'm also doing projects in 2 other worlds. So this 3 worlds in total. It's a lot. It's a lot to do, you guys. Plus trying to make the videos and streaming when I can. I know I did miss last Saturday, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I came home from work, fell asleep. I've been so tired, but I got me a good night's sleep, and here we are. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. And again, I don't know how long this video is going to be this time. It might be a normal one. It might be a little shorter. But no matter what, we're going to have some fun, and I always enjoy sharing these builds with you guys, and then seeing what y'all leave in the comments. So before we hop into this build, let's go ahead together and go make an enchanting table. So I believe what we need is some obsidian, 2 diamonds, which we just so happen to have, and a book, which we can get from right here, because I have plenty of bookshelves, so we'll just break a bookshelf. And then a crafting table, and there we go. We have 1 enchantment table. Huh. I didn't get an achievement. Did we make a crafting table at some point this season for something? I don't remember putting one anywhere. Well, we must have somewhere, but now we have our own. So now let's put this right in here. Just like that. And now we have all our materials. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this first little room, and I'll see y'all in just a moment. And there we have it, one enchanting room done. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything that we've done. So I've added these little windows here so you can kind of see in as you're passing by, and I really like that. You kind of see a little bit of the color passing through. Then heading on into the room, we've got a lot of color. What I wanted to do was bring Hobbit into this room because there's not a lot of Hobbit out here. I mean, even though I'm always wearing my my gear, I still have been a hobbit all this season, so we might as well add a little bit more of it to the base. I'm putting my protection back on because I do dumb things like flying into the wall all the time. And I've added some of the things that you're gonna need, like an anvil kind of hidden in here. We've got our grindstone over there. It really matches with that pale moss. I've added a little bit of storage down here and below so you can keep anything that you might need for your enchanting needs. And then I've also added some area here to add some enchanted books or anything that you might need to just have a book to cycle back and forth. Now I've also done the trick with the end rods and the mushrooms in here to give a little bit of light, as well as adding glowberries in the corners, and I think that gives off plenty of light for this area. Added with the flowers from all the different dimensions. I think this is done, you guys. This is a good little room. So now what we need to do is we need to move on to the ceiling, because what I kind of want to do is work from the top down and from the front to the back. So I'm going to throw a little ceiling in real quick, and then I'll see you in just a moment. And now we have a ceiling, and that looks so much better, you guys. I mean, it actually looks finished now up top instead of just not finished. But now we have to focus our attention on these other areas. Now we do have to do that back there, but we're going to hold off just a little bit. But first we need to take our attention to these little bits here at the end of all of these hallways. Now what I want to do is I want to kind of make it where the shulkers kind of sit right here, and it makes sense to the villagers that are on this side And the same thing down here for this side and so forth. And that also means I need to go through here and actually put signs up for all of these villagers because, well, you guys need to know exactly what they are when you come here, when you download the map at the end of the season. Because don't forget, we are going to send this world out to the ether, and it will be a downloadable world for everyone to download and play wherever you want. I suggest my base. Has a lot of resources, has a lot of good stuff, but you also have the option of the rest of the Whimsies as well if you decide to take over one of their bases. Honestly, I would love to see what y'all do with everything, so when the world does get released, and you do happen to download it, well, you know, show us some stuff in the Discord of what you do to this world after we're gone. Okay, well let me do some work right here with these villagers in this little area, and we'll get all this stuff looking a little bit more tidy. And now we're back, and I've done quite a bit of work here, so I've added these right here to kind of close off this gap right here, because I thought that was kind of missing. And then I also finished this room here, because I did realize that I had not done the ceiling, and I went ahead and added a few details in here, just to kind of finish it off. Now if we head on downstairs, I'll show you all the things that I have changed down here as well. We'll start with the first level. So all I've done here is kind of close it off. I've changed the little archway that was here into this little half arch and kind of pushed it to the back just to kind of give us a little bit of a walkthrough so we don't have to go around to the front every time. I've also cleaned up a lot of the stuff around here, the chests and some of the shulker boxes, which gave us a lot more books for the bookshelves, so that'll be good too. That means when we do the world download, if you start off in my base, you're gonna have your enchantments. Don't you worry about that. And there's plenty more than just this. We'll get to it in a moment as we head down to the next level. So here I've moved villagers around just so all of the librarians are on this level here, kind of keeping it nice and simple. I did not give this guy a little sign, mainly because all I use him for is bookshelves. But then I scrolled down and I looked, and he did have projectile protection, so I'll probably put a sign on him later just for that. But everybody else has a sign. I've changed this around, got rid of that wall in the middle, redid the roof, and added this little pillar with the crafting table in the middle. I kind of like that. It was stone, and then I changed it. I like that. Here we have some emeralds and some books, and over here a couple different stations in case you want to add a few. I did leave a little space here if you wanted to add one more. And again, this wall could always be pushed back, and more villagers could be added as we go. But we do have everything here kind of labeled out, and most of this is full. Some of them are empty, but most of them have some books in them or are completely full. So again, if you pick my base, you have a ton of resources. Alright, now we'll head on down to the last level, which is mostly just the farmers, but I did add these three here because they were kind of the oddballs out. And once again, I also deleted that center wall, and I did a little pattern here, a little bit different than the others, just kind of giving it that look like it's got a little bit more structure to kind of hold it together. Because once you get down here, I mean, there's a lot of load up there. That's 3 floors plus all that up there, so it's got to hold something here. Now as we head on back, I've done these chests back here, which also organize everything really nicely. We have our pumpkins and our melons, we have emeralds, and we have our carrots. This is going to make it really easy to trade with everyone and to keep your stuff organized, and if you just need to fill up your shulker box of carrots, well, they're right there. I'm going to be completely honest, when I was building this, I really wished I had done this about a year ago because it made it so much nicer. And so much easier too to kind of get to everything. I should have done this a long time ago, and next season we're going to get our storage room fixed right when we build it and not kind of leave it unfinished. I'm sure of it. Absolutely positive. Now I've also fixed this as well, just kind of changing that over to all the same color log, and I think that looks a lot better than that one other weird strip that we had going through it. Now that all of this is done, we need to turn our attention down here to this area. So what I need to do now is I need to get this guy moved, and then I need to go ahead and get this dug out, figure out how I want to do the staircase down here, figure out where I want to move that guy down here. And I think once I get all of that done, I'll come back before I build the walls and we'll kind of look at everything, go over everything, and then I'll build it, and this area will finally be done. Alright, so I've got a little bit dug out here, and what we're doing is these right here are going to be where the walls are on either side. I've still got to get this guy moved and all of the redstone attached to him down here, and then this chest is some stuff from the brewing stand. So I head on down, and what I've got here is I've got a little bit dug out. So this area over here will be kind of the brewing area. So I'm going to have to kind of set up a little thing for that here. On this other side, well, that's where Mr. Snowman's going to go right there. And I'm going to set that up to make it look a little bit better than it does up there. And then it'll lead into here. So what I need to do now is, well, I need to move that guy. So let me go ahead and get him down here. And then we'll go ahead and get the brewing stand set up over here. And then we'll do the finishing touches. And then the villager trading area will be done. And just like that, in one episode, we were able to finish our entire villager area. And I even got that wall down there done. So now let's go take a look at the finished build. So for this wall right here, I wanted to do a different pattern, but I actually didn't have enough space vertically or horizontally. So we went with this pattern here with the ice, which I think works really well because, well, the snowman's down there. So I added a little bit of light here in the bottom and in the top, and then just kind of carried it down with these bushes and did the same here with the bushes, and I think that looks pretty good. And then with the trapdoors across the top here, making it look like it's kind of a log structure, kind of fits right in with the Hobbit theme, doesn't it? Now as we come down here, I've added a nice little waterfall here, and it's not only just for looks, but it's also functional. That way you can grab some water from here and take it on into here for all your potion brewing. Now, this room I wanted to keep it more earthy in like the form of, you know, magical potion brewing. So we've got all of our brewing stands here. And then in these barrels, we have a whole bunch of different items that you might need for all your potion brewing. I even have a whole bunch of splash potion of weakness already brewed up and ready to go. Over here on the other side, it's just other things that you're going to need for brewing. Now, we're not just brewing potions down here. We're also making snow. So over here is our snow farm. So if I head into FreeCam, you can kind of see right here behind the wall, we've got a crafter set up with a simple setup, and it's just crafting snowballs into snow blocks. Then the snow blocks are carried around to this chest here. Now I have this chest over here for all your enchanted shovels. I only have one in there right now, and it could use some mending, but it does pretty well. And I also have to fix this over here because the light keeps melting the ice. Of course, I should have thought of that. But now that these two rooms are done, the hallway behind it just kind of leads on back. I've had just a little bit of lighting back here, and then down here is, well, the same room that was before. But I have added these little areas right here. And what I've done here is something pretty interesting for this area. I feel like it fits really well, and I wish I'd have thought about it earlier in the season, but basically this is just leaves with black wool all the way around it. And then we have a frog light all the way at the bottom with a black carpet over it. So it gives off no light visibly, but it does light up the area. And I think it looks good. It kind of goes again with the little Hobbit theme we got going on this season. But that is this area completely done, you guys. Like, the whole villager trading system is done. All of our little snow golem farms and stuff back there are done. We fixed all the storage problems that we had in here with all these villagers and got all that taken care of. This was a very productive episode. This is a whole area of the base that we can check off the list now. But there are other things to do, and in the next video, that is exactly what we're going to be doing, is other things. Not near the base, actually. We're going to be heading back over to Hobbit HQ, and we're going to be finishing that up over there. We also have a little bit of work to do in the Nether Hub, so we're going to have to take care of that as well. And I've got to get all of this stuff here cleaned up. And I also have a little project over there to do. So be on the lookout for that next episode, because we're really starting to wrap things up here on Whimsy. But that's going to bring us to the end of this video, so don't forget, down below are all of my social links, including the link to the WhimsyCraft Discord, where you can find me and all the other Whimsies. There's also a link to my VODs channel. I also stream on Twitch every Saturday at around 1 PM, so be on the lookout for that. And until the next one, everyone, bye!